Good afternoon and welcome. My name is James Valentine, and on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Every Life Foundation, which I am very grateful to serve on, as well as the staff of the foundation, as well in partnership with the Rare Disease Congressional Caucus, it's my honor to welcome you to this year's Rare Disease Week Congressional Caucus briefing, Rare Disease, the Time is Now. And we have slides. They are not advancing, so I'll ask for some technical support there. I want to thank Amy Klobuchar and all of our Congressional Caucus co-chairs, Amy, for your remarks, and to all of our co-chairs, but also to all of the staff here today for your leadership and your persistence in helping and representing this community with your peers and colleagues, and they'll show at some point, but also to all of our sponsors, both within the patient community as well as industry sponsors, for supporting today's caucus briefing. Most importantly, to the advocates who have traveled from across the country, thank you. You represent this generation of rare disease patients, individuals with needs today, not someday. It is for you, for your children, and for your loved ones that we are seeking policy-making solutions and thoughtful congressional oversight to ensure that you may experience relief and progress in your lifetimes. In recent decades, thank you. In recent decades, Congress has transformed the rare disease landscape from the flexibility-enhancing reforms in the 21st Century Cures Act to sustained investment in biomedical research and patient-focused drug development, and most recently, as already mentioned a few times today, the reauthorization of the Rare Pediatric Disease Priority Review Voucher Program. This reaffirmed the importance of pragmatic policy solutions for a program with a proven track record of bringing therapies to children with rare diseases. We saw our congressional champions, many of you in the room today, fight for that program, and for that we are deeply grateful. But the theme of today's briefing carries urgency. The time is now. The time is now means this generation of patients deserve to benefit from today's science and today's statutory tools. We are living in an extraordinary era of scientific possibility. Advances in gene therapy, RNA technologies, protein replacement therapies, and precision medicine are transforming what is possible. At the same time, we are finding ways to repurpose existing drugs, building on past scientific advances to deliver treatments more quickly to patients who cannot wait. Federal investments, particularly through the National Institutes of Health and the National Center for Advancing Translational Sciences, or NCATS, have laid translational foundation for this progress, and Congress has also equipped the U.S. Food and Drug Administration with critical flexibilities designed specifically for rare diseases. These include things like accelerated approval based on surrogate biomarkers, acceptance of novel study designs, including single-arm trials, and recognition that regulatory decision-making should not be rigidly wedded to single statistical p-value thresholds in very small populations. These tools embody a core regulatory philosophy. In the face of serious unmet medical need, it is appropriate to accept a greater degree of uncertainty. Rare disease patients and caregivers have told us they are willing to accept that uncertainty. Congress recognized that reality when it created and strengthened these authorities. These tools have enabled transformative approvals, but not always and not predictably. Over the past year, we have seen dozens of complete response letters issued for rare disease therapies, decisions that leave patients questioning why similar uncertainties were accepted in some cases, but not theirs. Growing unpredictability undermines confidence and delays access to patients who do not have the time to spare. We heard about these challenges firsthand in the Senate Special Committee on Aging's hearing this morning. And we also heard in that hearing, if this generation is to benefit, we must ensure that these authorities are applied consistently and in line with congressional intent. Oversight matters, not to weaken standards, but to ensure that the flexibility Congress provided is meaningfully and predictably used. Today's briefing focuses on 3 urgent policy opportunities that reflect the time is now imperative. First, newborn screening. For many diseases, early diagnosis is the difference between intervention and irreversible harm. Preserving a rigorous and timely pathway for evidence-based RUSP nomination and evaluation ensures that when therapies exist, children can be identified early enough to benefit. Second, federal support for biomedical research. The rare disease therapeutic revolution is built on federal investment, particularly at NIH and NCATS, and sustained support for translational science, platform technologies, and natural history studies are essential to convert today's discoveries and drug repurposing opportunities into tomorrow's treatments. Third, patient engagement in therapy development. Rare disease patients are experts in their own conditions. Protecting and advancing patient-focused drug development, including incorporation of patient experience data into regulatory review, ensures that benefit risk assessments reflect what matters most to those living with those conditions. Across all 3 priorities runs a single through line: urgency. For the family that awaits a diagnosis, for the child not attaining milestones, for the adult facing the progressive loss of function without an approved therapy. This generation deserves more than future promise. They deserve present action. Today, we will hear from rare disease experts and patient community leaders who will share insight into these priorities and the real-world stakes behind them. To the advocates in the room, your voices are essential. To the members and staff, your leadership has built the framework. Continued engagement and oversight will ensure it works as intended. The science is here, the statutory tools are here, and the patient voice is here. For this generation of rare disease patients, the time is now.